What did you watch this week, Mark?
What did I watch? Oh, actually, I was watching Female Trouble, John Waters.
Oh, yes. I love John
That
Walter's movies, yeah.
I was laughing my head off. I only got halfway through it, but he's every time John Waters is just classic, you know.
Look,
The star of Pink Flamingos is here again. It's Divine. She's got balls, and she's got female trouble.
Is that the one with the church scene?
No, I think that's Multiple Maniacs.
Oh,
I
right,
think.
yes.
Yeah.
Not actors, not paid imposters, but real, actual filth, who have been carefully screened in order to present to you the most flagrant violation of natural law known to man.
Oh, the church scene, yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
And what about you? What did you get up to? What did you watch this week?
Me? I watched a movie of the week, The Thin Man, as well.
See, the important thing is the rhythm. Always have rhythm in your shaking. Now, in Manhattan, you shake to foxtrot time. A Bronx to two-step time. The dry martini, you always shake to waltz time.
Masters of the Universe. And I Love Boosters.
For that, you're a raw ass, make it happen, hustler.
Give it to me. It's mine anyway.
In fashion, humanity is our canvas. But the Velvet Gang is reducing our margins. But I can bob and weave.
Christy Smith stole my design.
Ooh, you did a couple of new ones.
I did. There was a couple of new ones. I really wanted to watch I Love Boosters, and Masters of the Universe was just for fun.
Yeah. So, good movies, or?
Yeah. I Love Booster. I think it was kind of typical Boots Riley, really well made, and gets really surreal and trippy. He always takes stuff in really weird directions. Very sort of radical left politics from Boots Riley. He-Man, the Masters of the Universe. Funny, so they just kept making jokes about how stupid the names of the toys were. I found it really entertaining.
Yeah, I heard really good things about that He-Man movie. I'm definitely going to check that one out. I watched that new VHS documentary.
From the 1980s to the 2010s, video stores were a ubiquitous part of the American retail landscape. Videos were available to rent nearly everywhere. In mom-and-pop stores, chain stores, electronic stores, even supermarkets and gas stations. During this time, the video store became equally common as a location in hundreds and hundreds of films and television shows.
All about video shops and the evolution of basically what Mark does. And how much it's changed, whether it was people walking through, looking at tapes, arguing with the clerks, getting judged by the clerks. It's a really fun documentary that just covered all about, VHS shops and their demise and the back room and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds good.
Fun documentary, 3 hours long. So I didn't get any other movies in. I was tuckered out. My brain was just exhausted after that. But I loved our movie of the week.
Bang! Is everyone ready for the movie of the week? Because we're talking about the movie of the week. Bang! I really do too.
To Kill a Mockingbird. It was gorgeous. Oh, which reminds me, yes, Angry's drink of the week this week is a what?
Tequila Mockingbird. It's
Very nice.
I had to do it. It's a long way from being my favourite drink. It's basically a margarita that has creme de menthe instead of orange liqueur in it, which is why it's so green.
And it's funny because he watched The Thin Man today as well, this weekend.
And the characters in that are Nick and Nora. This is a Nick and Nora glass. Very popular style of cocktail glass named after the heavy drinking characters from the Thin Man series.
Dude, and Angry has gone full beast mode movie geek today now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gregory Peck.
The world never seems as fresh and wonderful, as comforting and terrifying, as good and evil, as it does when seen through the eyes of a child. For a writer to capture that feeling is remarkable. And perhaps that is why one book in the last few years has been so warmly embraced by tens of millions of people. To Kill a Mockingbird, winner of the Pulitzer Prize and just about every other award a book can win. And now, happily, To Kill a Mockingbird becomes a motion picture, and its memorable characters come vividly alive. That Scout. Some people call her Jean Louise Finch, but she insists on Scout. And that's her brother, Jim. Just a boy until the day he learns there is evil in the world. Atticus! And Atticus Finch, the father, whose devotion to justice places him and his children in jeopardy. I've been appointed to defend Tom Robinson. Now that he's been charged, that's what I intend to do.
You taking his...
You'll excuse me, Mr. Ewell.
What kind of man are you? You got children of your own?
So, Kill a Mockingbird, I did not expect it to be told through the eyes of a little girl. I thought this was going to be a courtroom drama film from start to finish. I never had learnt anything about it. I completely went in blind. I've never read the book at school. It just wasn't reading material in Australia. You know, we did, Tim Winton books and stuff like that. Yeah, it got to me. Sophie got sucked in even because she loves kids films. So a movie that was based around kids growing up, just was the key thing that sucked her in. And then when it got to the court case and stuff like that, it was extremely interesting. Let's just say that. Yeah.
I think we pledged not to do the spoiler, not to say the outcome of the court case, or what.
Yeah, let's keep this one. So. Yeah.
Because I, like you, Charlie, went in completely blind, never read the book. I actually nominated this for Movie of the Week because I was embarrassed. I'd never seen it and I wanted to watch it. Absolutely got me. It's almost like two films. The first half is centered around the kids and their experiences and whatnot. And the second half is the court case, which, again, exactly the same as you. Was not expecting. Didn't see that coming. I tell you what, though, those kids had a fair bit of terror in their lives, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought it was a beautiful and sad tale at the same time. But there's pros and cons for it as usual. There's a lot of pros, One of the biggest issues I have with the film, and it's not necessarily to do with the film itself, it's more so the fact that Gregory Peck won the Best Actor Oscar over Peter O'Toole for Lawrence of Arabia. And nothing wrong with Gregory Peck's performance. It's a great performance. It's reserved yet sort of courageous at the same time. But it doesn't really beat, Peter O'Toole. That was his debut film role, and he had to meet the spectacle of the size of Lawrence, the actual film Lawrence of Arabia, and he met that. And the whole film relies on Peter O'Toole's shoulders, really. And that's one of my biggest gripes with the Oscars, that and Crash winning Best Picture.
I didn't know that bit of trivia, but now you've brought it up, Mark. I think Gregory Peck got it just because he was doing To Kill a Mockingbird.
A political sort of movement.
Yeah. Hollywood's like that. They want to feel good about themselves. Another aspect of it, again, I'm close to giving this 5 out of 5. It's definitely 4+ out of 5, this movie. It's a black and white film from 1964, I think. And wow, it uses black and white well. Like, it uses shadow so well. It's so dramatic, the shooting of it. Like, it's really artistically shot. It is not boring to watch.
Yeah. And there's actually two main mockingbirds in the film. And, the idea, they tell you in the film, it's not a spoiler, the idea of killing a mockingbird is to kill something that is pure and innocent, and that can be regarded as a sin. And the two mockingbirds, Tom Robinson, played by Brock Peters, and Robert Duvall, what's his character? Boo Radley, yeah. They acted it with such tenderness. You really felt sorry for their characters and really captured that innocence of that, that killing that innocence. And you really felt that, especially with Robert Duvall as well. You really felt like he was this simple man. And with Tom Robinson, you really felt sorry for his character. So I thought that really tied in nicely with, the actual idea of, the title,
Yeah, I was worried we weren't going to get a Boo Radley payoff after him being mentioned so much during the film. But good payoff, Robert Duvall's appearance.
Everything like they say with the rules of film. If everything's mentioned in the first act, it's got to be brought out by the third. And they mention it and they rub your face in it, and then they just don't talk about it for the second act at all. And then the third act, they bring it back, and I'm like, well done, you got me.
And one of my one of the other problems I had with the film, I know that it's set in the 30s. Yeah, and there's a difference with how they let kids roam the streets and that. And, Atticus, Gregory Peck, he's a smart man, but, he's letting his kids roam the streets till like 10, 11 at night. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, mate, get your kids to bed. Like, I was just watching, I was like, how many scenes were there where they were just roaming the streets at night? And no wonder you're going to come into a problem. Like, get your kids to bed. They get to the courthouse and he says, get home. And he tells them to go home, and he doesn't escort them home. He just goes back to his job. And I'm like, man, you're not really, get it together, seriously.
Not Dad of the Year stuff there, right there. But he had to, at one point, Gregory Peck has to go out at night, and he tells his 12-year-old kid, you're in charge, basically. And I went, good fathering there. Leave the 12-year-old kid in charge at night while scary shit is happening.
Yeah, they've got a crazy weirdo. They know there's a weirdo next door, or supposedly, and it's like the dad's like, you'll be right. You'll be right. Don't worry about it.
That's what I mean. Those kids had a lot of terror in their life growing up. They've got the neighborhood boogeyman story, and they go through a few scary moments with that. But then there's actually full-on stuff happening in the town, and damn, those kids had a traumatic childhood.
Yeah, I never read the book, and I did find the film to meander a little bit. They didn't really settle on it. There were plots that were going on, but it didn't really settle on a kind of a plot until it got to the courthouse. And I found that to be a little bit of a drag, but it was still engaging to watch at the same time. And I thought the two kids that carried the film, they were in at 50-60% of the film, and they were actually really good actors, Jim and Scout. Don't know what their real names were, but they carried the film really well. Thought they were good casting.
Yeah, real good child
So I was
actors.
reading about the book after I had watched the movie, and I learnt that in 2015 they released a sequel to Kill a Mockingbird called Go Set a Watchman. And what happened was, when the original writer wrote Kill a Mockingbird, she wrote it like It, where there's a 2-version split of Atticus Funk and her when she's older, as adult, and then the kid version. The publisher said, no, you should just stick to the one story, stick to the kid version. And so they found the manuscript, the original first draft of the 2 stories mixed together, of the where it would go adult kid, just like It, the book It. It turns out there was a lot of things that we learn about Atticus when he's older, that he was actually extremely racist, for instance, which takes a different perspective, even though he was representing a black man in court. And so in this, it concentrated first on the 30s, and then it cut back to the 50s, and would show that even though he was quite racist, she took that as a lesson not to be, by the actions that he took throughout his life, standing up for black people and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a different angle, but at the same time, would have been better if it just stuck to the original, I think, overall. Going by synopsises, I actually haven't read either book, but I think it's quite interesting.
The other thing I found with the film was it had religious parallels as well. I'm just reading into it, but to kill a mockingbird is the same as Jesus Christ, really. Killing something pure and innocent, it's a sin. So I was drawing that comparison as well after watching it, just kind of thinking about it for a little bit. So yeah, I mean, you got those kind of titles like Silence of the Lambs and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You know that there's a deeper meaning behind it. So it's an interesting idea with the titles like that. Yeah. So what would you give it, Charlie?
It's a what I call a motherfucking classic. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. I enjoyed it, but I'm gonna give it a 4 because I'd give Lawrence of Arabia 5, and I've seen that film so many times. I've seen Killing Mockingbird. This was the second time I've seen it, and even though I really enjoyed it, I just can't pin it at 5 because I just see that as better than this film in a lot of ways. So I'm gonna give it a 4, a solid 4.
Grudge against it. I understand.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with a 4. With thoughts of a 5. It is an absolute classic. I feel like anyone who likes cinema is going to like this film because it's really well made. It's compellingly told. It looks great. And I would 100% recommend it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely worth picking up. And it will only be $5 because this is a 1986 release. So the picture quality isn't a 90s release. Laserdisc had a big improvement during the 90s. But nonetheless, yeah, Universal look after this film like it's one of their treasures. I think it actually is in the what do they call it? The Smithsonian Museum. Yeah, Hall of Fame, whatever they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely should be.
Yeah, no, very cool piece of Americana history learnt.
So what's next week's movie of the week?
I think it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And we've got to knock it out because, it's getting caught up in the to watch list.
Yeah.
I think this is the last one of those collections. I think we'll put... The other one was this, but I think I'll put this away and we'll pick something else. I'll get Angry on the phone and we'll pick some fresh discs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it because I'm going in blind again.
Robert Duvall.
Yep. Another one that we haven't seen, which is the important part. And it should be good,
Yeah,
Robert Duvall 2 weeks in a row.
All right, yeah. So that's this week's movie of the week, and we'll see you again next week for True Confessions.
Nice.
Hit it, Angry.
Right. Movie of the week. Movie of the week. We just talked about the movie of the week.
Could you give us some of your political beliefs?
Kill everyone now. Condone first-degree murder. Advocate cannibalism. Eat shit. Filth are my politics. Filth is my life. Take whatever you like.
Yes.